This conference will now be recorded.
So hi all, good morning. So before I start the today's demo, let me introduce myself. I have overall 14 years of experience almost. Okay, I started my career with Abap. Then I moved to SAP UI5, Fiori, Abap ODATA, Fiori Elements, Abap Serious Views, S4 Hana implementation projects I worked on as for an app and side-by-side extensions. Then I moved to BTP. I worked on various services like IoT, blockchain, mobility, PDMS, CPI. Okay, I have worked on lot of n number of services. I also worked on the various S4 HANA implementation projects. I'm currently working. So that is my experience. Then coming to the training from past almost 8 years, I'm giving training on various topics. Okay, on SAP UI5, Fiori, Apo Data, Fiori Elements, okay, RAP, CAP, okay, BTP. Okay, lot of these are the main topics which I'm giving training. Okay, now let's come to the today's demo. Okay, so today's demo on Abap Restfull or application programming model, that is called RAP on BTP, and also Abap on Cloud S4 HANA in-app and side-by-side extensions. Okay, so now agenda. What are today's agenda is? What is SAP evolution? Means from the starting day to till today, what evolution has come in SAP, that I'm going to discuss. What is Abap in the cloud? Now everyone are talking about ABAP in cloud. So what it is that I'm going to discuss? What is BTP? Yes, absolutely. BTP is now is a huge okay topic because everyone are moving to BTP. Okay, so it is very everyone has to know now BTP because that is the future. Then what is a RAP, Abap Restful Application Programming Model? Then we'll move to what is S4 HANA in-app and side-by-side extensions, evolution of the ABAP, SAP Fiori, and use case. One use case we'll develop it. So today these are the agenda which I'm going to discuss. Is it clear? Okay, next. Okay, so now here I'm talking about the evaluation happen in SAP interface and integrations. Okay, so everyone knows that the journey has begun with the classical programming model. Absolutely. Okay, the SAP started with the classical programming model, but as the time passed, the business started changing and market began to evolve with the cloud and mobile application significantly in the digital infrastructure. Obviously, when the time passed, obviously now everything is happening in the market is happening in the cloud or mobile applications and in this digital infrastructure. When the then now when the best recognized practice for program in ABAP programming model for SAP Fiori. So before RAP come, there is a call ABAP programming model on SAP Fiori. Okay, then let us look at the journey of evolution and several areas in SAP. Means what I'm planning to tell you that what are the evolutions from the starting date to till date has come. Let's discuss. Okay, and also before the RAP come, it was ABAP programming model and Fiori, and now it is called RAP. Okay, some SAP traveler point of view, many tools has been arrived, several techniques was developed, new concepts emerged in the context of interfaces, infrastructures, integrations in SAP. Right, so from the starting to till date, lot of evolutions has come in SAP, several techniques has come in SAP, several new concepts has emerged in the SAP, and several tools also arrived in SAP. So let us discuss what are those tools. Okay, the whatever the picture which I'm talking about here, I'm not talking about which priority wise, I'm talking only what has come in SAP. That's all. I'm not talking about any priority, this has come first, this has second. I'm not talking about, I'm talking about only what are the from the starting date to till date, what are the technologies, what are the integrations which SAP has introduced. We are going to discuss that. Is it clear? Okay, so now the first is the file exchange. Okay, file exchange. So everyone knows that interfaces based on the file exchange is one of the oldest technique to provide the data to the third party from SAP system. Yes or no? Right? Using the file exchange, okay, we are able to transfer the data from SAP to the third party without any complex coding and configurations. And also we used FTP and SFTP. The file can transfer from SAP to any third party system. without any code. But afterwards, with the arrival of PI, okay, process integration, the extracted file, okay, from SAP is sent first to PI system, okay, where all the mappings, conversions, encryptions, just mute yourself, please. Yeah, thanks. Okay, all the mappings, conversions, and encryptions will be done in this PA system. Then we are moving to the third party system. Yes or no? Okay, with the arrival of PI, okay, the extracted file from SAP is sent first to PI, where mappings and conversion happens based on the requirements posted by the third party system. And then it is possible to send the file in the desired format. Okay, for example, we are just send the file now here in the PI system, we can convert the file in the different formats and we can send to the third party system. Okay, so this is how we use the file transfer technique. Is it clear, guys? So the biggest advantage of using the NetWeaver PI as a middleware for data transfer is that whatever the format of the type of the data file need to be transferred, you can easily convert it here and you can transfer to the third party. Okay, so the question is, whatever the format of the data file requested by the business partner is possible to fulfill, which is not so flexible for the ERP system to it. So ERP system, it is not that much flexible to convert what format which the third party is asking. So, but this PI system can convert the file and easily send it to the business partner. Is it clear? Okay, now let's come back to this is what we have used. So now to today also people are using this FTP and SFTP file transfer techniques to transfer the data. Yes or no? Okay, next is the RFC. Yes, another approach under the classical model is the remote function called RFC. Okay, RFC interface is used to set up the communication between SAP and non-SAP, also between SAP to SAP systems, between two SAP systems. It runs on the concept of client and server. Okay, the client will seek for a function to perform and makes a call to the RFC server. This function is executed at the remote system on the server side and it can be synchronous. Is it clear, guys? Any questions? So using RFC, okay, you can connect to the external systems or you can connect to the SAP to SAP systems. Okay, so that is the reason. For example, okay, this is how the we most of the clients still using this RFCs to connect to the different systems. Is it clear, guys? Okay, the next is the IDOC. Yes, everyone knows IDOC. IDOC is the intermediate document, is another old but proven technique to communicate between SAP to SAP or SAP to non-SAP systems. IDOC interface provides the file format for exchanging the data between systems. Okay, IDOC interface provides a file format for exchanging the data between systems. The format of data, okay, the format of data file consists of structures, fields with positions, length, and further divided into headers, data segments, and status of the segments. Yes or no? So we are using the IDOC, we are able to transfer the data from SAP to SAP, okay, or SAP systems. Okay, so we EDM when we have communicating to the non-SAP electronic data interchange. Okay, with the introduction of the middleware like PI, even here when we're transferring the data from the IDOC to the non-IP system, okay, it is even more easier and flexible to handle the communication between the SAP systems or outside the company also. So when you are transferring the data from IDOC from your SAP system to the outside world or to another system within middleware in PI, it has become more easy and flexible. Okay, now SAP messages also in between keeping the middleware as PI, which converts format into IDOC file and sends to SAP. Okay, so SAP sends the IDOC file back to the PI and PI returns the response on the IDOC file. This is what we are, most of the clients are using this. Yes or no? Using the IDOC. Any questions, guys, until now? Anyone have any questions? No questions, right? So next is going to for the SOAP, right? SOAP. Okay. So with SAP version 7.4, sorry, 7.0 with NetWeaver, SAP introduced a new technology called web services for communicating and exchanging data between SAP and SAP as well as SAP and non-SAP systems. Yes, you can you can say that SOAP is a messaging protocol that is supported by the SAP NetWeaver version 7.0 onwards and is a internet based technology. Yes, it is SOAP is a internet based technology, and also we are going to use HTTP protocol to be used and transfer the data from SAP to SAP or SAP to non-SAP systems. Okay, within the form of WSDL called Web Service Description Language. Okay, the exchange of the communication using SOAP is via XML messages only. Any questions, guys? So using the SOAP also, we are able to extend the data from SAP to SAP or SAP to non-SAP systems. The SOAP interface can support and preferable by PA systems. The data transfer can be possible in the real time. Okay, so SOAP is one of the service people still today are using to transfer the huge data from SAP to SAP or SAP to non-SAP systems. Any questions, guys? Okay, the next is called the SAP S4 HANA. Yes, this is how the revolution has come. Okay, it is a fourth version of the ERP business suite provided by SAP, which is based on the HANA in-memory database. Okay, so everyone knows that is a fourth generation and a big revolution has come in SAP for after introduction of the SAP S4 HANA. Okay, it is an evolution both in technology and the concept in SAP. Okay, after it got released in 2015. Okay, over the period, okay, whenever we have an S4 HANA SAP system, it is proven that no matter how complex or the business requirements are, how large the data is, S4 HANA is capable to deal and with every problem. Okay, it is available in the cloud, on premises, both it is available. Okay, S4 HANA follows code to data paradigm, which means mechanism of code push down, which means complicated data computations happens in the database layer instead of the application layer. Means very important point. Until before architecture of S4 HANA, all the calculations, everything is happening in the application server. It is not happening in the database server. But after the introduction of the SAP S4 HANA, so you can also all the computations and everything, okay, code push down approach, we call it as code push down approach. It can be happen at the database layer, so the performance will be very good. So that is the reason SAP S4 HANA is very popular in the market, where the complicated data computations can happen in the database layer instead of the application layer. Is it clear? Okay, so we have SAP S4HANA has introduced several concepts like CDS, OAI, OIA, AMDP, CDS table functions, and etc. Is it clear, guys? Any questions, guys? Anyone have any questions on S4HANA? No questions. Okay, then we will move to the OData. Yes, OData stands for the Open Data Protocol. Okay, as I mentioned in the introduction of the blog, that the future programming model, okay, is a RESTful programming model. And in that context, OData is going to play an imperative role because OData is going to provide us the best practices for building and consuming RESTful APIs. So coming back to it, our topic, OData is a open that can be consumed by any applications, any program, any software, or any devices. I'm repeating again, OData is a open that can be consumed by any applications, okay, any programming language, any software or any devices. That is the reason OData has become very popular in the market. Everyone, all the technologies are using this OData protocol and they're able to get the data very easily without any additional technologies or anything need to be installed. Any questions, guys? No questions. Okay. Then afterwards, in S4HANA, they have introduced CDS and BOPF. Where what is CDS? CDS is a core data services, which in the application layer, CDS is defined to extract data from the database layer to present in the application. So whenever we execute the CDS, so it is not going to run on the application server. It is going to run on the database, top of the database layer. So that is the reason you see more a lot of performance will be improved. Is it clear, guys? Okay, the CDS view is nothing but it's a functionally similar to SQL statements, but data provided is semantically rich and contains readable annotations. Okay, in CDS views we can use joins, inner joins, compositions, okay, projections, and also associations we can use to get the data. Okay, where we will be developing the CDS view, we'll be developing the CDS view in ADT Abap development tool. Clear? Okay, one of the advantage of this CDS views is it has inherited from the SQL, so that you can use all the SQL features and get the data. And also it is running on the top of the database, not on the application server, so the performance is very good. So it is, we call it as code push down approach, where as much as possible you can do calculations, you can do arithmetic operations, you can do as much as possible, okay, you can do in here. So the performance will be very good because it's running on the top of the database. Any questions, guys? Anyone have any questions? Is it clear? No questions? Okay, then let's move to the another topic called BOPF. Okay, it is called Business Object Process Framework. Okay, so what is this said? It is helpful for the transaction app. Whenever we have a transaction app, okay, it gives us the to do the creating the record, updating the record, deleting the record, all the crude operations without additional UFI design. Okay, so using BOPF, we can create a transaction lab capable to perform crude operations without additional UFI design. Okay, but the BOPF is completely getting deprecated and everything now it is moving to the RAP. Is it clear, guys? Now let us understand what is RAP. Anyone knows what is RAP? Okay, so using the thinking about in the future, okay, with the futuristic perspective, okay, Abap Restfull application programming model is a concept of web APIs and also the developing the OData services and Fiori apps, because it is an open source framework for writing HTTP APIs like SOAP or REST, or using HTTP protocol we can able to develop an API. Okay, so what is the reason behind RAP is that it is bringing you the best frameworks, best technologies, best language, where you can develop the enterprise grade applications with much easy using these frameworks. Okay, so then RAP not only getting the data, we can do all the crude operations like creating the record, deleting the record, updating the record, actions, validations, verifications, everything we can do. Okay, so this is the evolutions happened in the SAP from the starting date to till date. Lot of integrations, a lot of tools, lot of frameworks has been come into the SAP, and now the futuristic is called RAP. Any questions, guys?
So in V4 OData, we can go with the same approach what we are doing with ADB.
See, you're talking about OData version. Okay, okay, and not wrap. Okay, OData is different, wrap is different. Okay, so use with the help of wrap, we are exposing as OData. OData is a protocol which has come from the REST. So that has different versions like OData V2 or OData V4. With the methodology of the wrap, I am developing the OData. It can be V2 or it can be V4. Understood? With the methodology of framework of the wrap, I am developing OData. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Any more questions? No questions. Okay. So now let us discuss about the evaluation of the ABAP. Okay. Now we know that in classical approach or in the ECC systems and everything, all the developments are happening in the ECC SAP Business Suite, the DC system, and we have NetWeaver installed in our ECC, and we have connected to the Oracle DB, right? Then once the evolution has happened, so the ECC SAP system is divided into SAP S4 HANA on-premises, and it is also available in the S4 HANA public cloud or private cloud. Right now, this developments, what we are going to do is still it is in ABAP layer only, and database is changed to HANA on premises or in the S4 HANA on premises or in the BTP. Okay, so now what is the evolution happen? All the developments now, futuristic developments, everything will be done in the Abap Restfull application programming model. Whether you are in BTP, whether you're on premises, whether you're on a public cloud, whether you're on the private cloud, all the developments you can develop using RAP methodology. Okay, and connecting to the HANA database. So the future of Abap is RAP. That is what which I want to tell. Okay, RAP is not only available in cloud, it also available in on-premises system from 1909 S4 HANA on-premises system onwards. Okay, so now what is this? What is this SAP BTP? Okay, SAP BTP offers variety of runtime like Java, Node.js, Hana, and now it is ABAP. SAP BTP supports necessary runtime. For example, if you want to write the code related to the C in Notepad, we cannot run, we require C compiler. But if you want to run a Java program, we have to install Java runtime, so-called JRE. And similarly, if you want to run ABAP program, you require ABAP player which can understand your code, compile your code, check your syntax errors, and execute your code. And that runtime environment is part of BTP. So this is we call as platform as service. So what I want to tell you, right? ABAP is one of the service in BTP, okay, where you can develop your applications, you can compile your code, you can check for syntax errors, okay, and you can develop the enterprise grade applications using ABAP methodology. That is in the cloud also. Okay, so now you understood. Using now we can move from normal ABAP to new one that is in the cloud, ABAP on cloud, where we can build side by side extensions. You can build new dimensions on ABAP RESTful application programming model, and also you can develop the create intermediate transactional Fiori apps, which is nothing but using the wrap. So ABAP RESTful application programming model is a new vibe in the list of ABAP style of programming model focused on building end-to-end custom business applications using the component like CDS, okay, for data fetching and behavior definitions and implementations, where we are going to do manipulate the data, and we have to do transactional data, and we are able to expose the data as OData as well as the API. Any questions, guys? Anyone have any questions? Is it clear, guys? Understood? Next. Okay, now what is the evolutions which has come in SAP? Okay, so now see, most of the clients are still are slowly moving to the SAP S4 HANA. Still people are using ECC systems. Okay, so if your system is less than or equal to 7.5, then you will be still using classical ABAP programming model. Okay, and the best practices still we has normal ABAP classical program. But if your system is little bit greater than or equal to 7.5, you can use ABAP programming model on Fiori. You can use SCGW, ODATA, and CDS Fuse and CDS based BOPF. Okay, then we are moving to the SAP cloud platform ABAP environment, that is called the ABAP Restfull application programming model. So we are going to use this SCGW is getting deprecated, OData.publish will get deprecated, everything will be doing in business services. Okay, CDS is there in the wrap, but CDS based BOPF is deprecated, everything in the behavior definition, behavior implementations. So this wrap is available on BTP as well as in on-premises system. Is it clear? Any questions? Anyone have any questions? Just mute yourself if you don't have any questions, please.
No questions coming from my end.
Okay. Next. So what is RAP? Okay. ABAP RESTful application programming model, it consists of it bringing your best concepts, best tools, best frameworks, best languages, and best practices for the developer to develop the enterprise grade applications in the efficient way. That is called RAP. Okay, what it can build service developments, you can build SAP Fiori UI services, it can build web APIs. Okay, what it is usually a universally usable programming model is we can do greenfield developments and brownfield developments. Where it is available in on-premises as well as in the cloud. So finally, RAP is nothing but it is bringing you the best concepts, best tools, best frameworks, best languages, best practices to develop the enterprise grade applications. That is called RAP. Any questions, guys?
What is that greenfield development and brownfield development?
Okay. So let us assume that you are moving from the ECC to S4 HANA system and you are in the somewhere 2023 version. Okay. Now futuristic is you want to move to the cloud in future. So when you are moving from ECC to S4 HANA, we know that all the SC38 report programs are available. Yes or no? In S4 HANA. But when you move to the public cloud, there is no SC38. There is only one thing called RAP. So now you can do a greenfield development. You can moving right away now from the ECC to S4 HANA on-premises system, or if you are moving to S4 ECC to directly to the public cloud, you have to convert all your SC38 report programmings into the RAP programming models because there is no SC38 in the BTP public cloud, right? So that is will come under called greenfield developments where you need to develop from the scratch. Convert into the RAP. Whereas called brownfield developments is nothing but where in the CAP framework we have two things. One is called the managed, another one is called the unmanaged. Okay, when you go for unmanaged means you have to write the pure code, creating, deleting, updating, and everything that you can copy from the existing code of your greenfield, ACC system and paste it in the brownfield developments from the scratch. Okay, so you are using that. Whereas greenfield development, it is called managed use case. Automatically, the framework will take care of creating the record, deleting the record, updating the record. Everything will be done by the framework. There's nothing you need to write code. So that is called the greenfield developments. So brownfield means you need to write the code. Greenfield means the framework will take care of everything. Is it clear now? So most of the developments when you are moving from ECC to S4 HANA, when you want to move to the RAP methodology, you will do brownfield developments. When you are developing from the scratch, okay, in the S4 new system, which is S4 HANA public cloud, you will do greenfield developments. So based on your requirement, whether we go with greenfield or brownfield developments. Is it clear?
Yes.
Any more questions, guys? No questions. Okay. So now what is there in the wrap methodology? Okay. So we have a database table, create a CDS view and get the data from the database table. Then we will be creating another CDS view, okay, that fetches this CDS view. And we call it, we'll write it in data definition language. And data access control, if you want to restrict the data, we can use data access control. Okay, if you want to develop a Fiori app and add all the fields, okay, everything in the Fiori app, we will be doing that in the CDS view, adding the UI annotations. Okay, then we will define the behavior definitions. What we will be defining, whether you want to create a record, delete the record, update the record, validations, actions, verifications, determinations, everything will be defining in the behavior definition. Then for this one, we will be going to behavior implementations. We'll be writing the Abap soup code to perform the total code for the definitions. So this is how the CDS views modeling in database layer for wrap methodology. Any questions? Any questions, guys? No questions. Okay. Next, okay. Now, in the old approach, as I said before, RAP has come, ABAP programming model on Fiori has come. So, where you used to create a table, then we used to create a ABAP CDS views interface view that reads from this table. Then we used to create a consumption view that reads from the interface view, and we used to have a metadata extension files. We used to add all the UI annotations, and we used to get ODATA published, or we used to fetch it in SCGW, and we used to develop a Fiori app. This is how the old approach was there, ABAP programming model on Fiori. What is new approach? That is called wrap. Okay. Yes, we are creating a table. We are creating interface view that reads from the table. We are creating the consumption with reads from the interface view, and we are creating metadata extension file or adding the UI annotations in the Fiori app. Then afterwards, this all the green has additional steps has come in the wrap, where we are defining the business object. Okay, and we are defining the behavior definitions like creating, updating, deleting, validations, verifications, actions, but okay, determinations, everything will be defining here. For the definition, we'll be writing the code in the implementations. Then we'll create a behavior projections, then service definitions and service bindings. Then we are exposing as a OData or API Fiori app. Is it clear, guys? This is how we follow all the steps for this wrap methodology. Any questions, guys? So now you can ask me the question that in the old approach you have very less steps, but in the latest approach you have lot of new steps. What is the advantage? So generally whenever new things are coming, it should become very easy and more flexible. So, but you are telling that you are putting lot of additional steps, but what advantage we are going to get it? Now, let's say that we have developed a OData service with V2 version with UI annotations. We have developed wrap methodology. Now your manager or client says, hey, I want an additional OData V2 service without the Fiori element app. So you can not require to now, if I want to develop, see, I have already developed it with OData V2 service with the Fiori element app. Now client says, no, I want an API. I don't want Fiori element app. So you not required to go and develop from the scratch. You can just right click on service binding and say with API, automatically an API will be created without going from the starting to service definition. Now again, your manager wants, hey, I want V4 version. I don't want more V2. So you not go again from the scratch to develop. You can just right click on new service definition and create new service binding with V4 OData V4 version. So you are not doing anything from the starting. You're doing just creating new service binding with the help of service definition. Is it advantage or not? Any questions, guys? Is it clear? Now futuristic V6 has come OData. So you can just right click on the service definition and you can create new service binding with V6. That's it. So that is the reason a RAP is bringing you the best practices, the best frameworks, the best languages, best tools, so that you can easily develop the application very flexibly. Any questions, guys? No questions. Okay. Now let us develop the one small wrap application so that you will understand what. Okay. So yes, we'll create one database table in the cloud. Okay, and then we'll create a CDS view and reads the data from this table. Then afterwards, we'll create a behavior definition. Then we will not do in this demo behavior implementations. Then we'll create a service definition and service binding and we'll consume in the Fiori app. So this is what which we are going to do now. Okay, back and develop. Okay, so now I'm going to the Eclipse, and if you look at this instance which is there, which is cloud instance. I'll just log in into the cloud cockpit. I'll tell you what I'm talking about. This is the BTP cockpit. That is about this BTP in the BTP. In my training I will explain everything detail level. Okay, I'm just getting into the sub account. It's taking time. Just a second. Okay, so in the go to service marketplace. It's taking time. 1 second. I'll just change. Okay, whatever the it's just got disconnected. 1 second. Okay, so whatever the developments which I'm doing, this instance is nothing but is Abap instance. This instance I've added here. So whatever I'm doing here, it's nothing but I'm doing in the cloud. Okay, so now of course everyone knows that whatever we do developments, we always do development under the package. Yes or no? So I'm right clicking on the package. You see, I'm going create new other Abap repository. I'm selecting the data dictionary and just give table. Okay, dictionary, and I'm creating database table. Okay, click next. So this is where the new way of developing your developments. Because in the cloud, you will not have any SAP GUI, you will not have AC T codes concept, nothing. Everything, whatever as an ABAPer, you have to develop here in Eclipse only. The futuristic developments. Clear? So this is a demo. I'm just copying and pasting it. But generally, I'll be writing everything step by step. Okay. Okay. So I'm attaching a TR and I'm clicking on finish button. Okay. Then I'm pasting the fields of the table. Okay, then activate it. Okay, so now let's go. Yes, I have created a database table. Now I'll create a CDS view that reads the data from the database table. Okay. Right click on this. When you expand this package, data table has been created, you see. So now right click on this one, new, other Abap repository. I'm just giving core data services. In this one, I'm creating data definition. CDS views, data definition. Okay, click next. This is I'm just copying and pasting it. If not, I will just write everything. Line by line. Attach the TR, click next. So here you have to give root view entity. I'm making this CDS view as a root view entity. Okay, then I'm clicking on finish button. Okay, click on cancel. Okay, there is a problem in the this one. I'll just close it and open again. Just opening again. Just trying to open again. So this is the log on Pacific Cloud system. So we have to log, right? Pasting the URL, but already I logged in the other, so it will get automatically logged because I already logged in the BTP. Okay, then yes, just okay. So now I'm going to give this table name which I have created. Copy this, just paste it. Okay, and remove this all. Okay, and you can do control space bar. Okay, then you can do insert all the elements. Means what are the fields which are there in this table? Fields which are there in this table will be coming automatically here. And now I want to display as a fields in my Fiori app. We are going to add called UI annotations. Okay, so if you come back here, okay, so I have not put in this one. So what I'm planning to tell you that in the CDS view only, I'm adding the UI annotations to display in the Fiori app. Means like a column names, okay, input fields of anything, okay, like that you can add in the UI annotations only. There is no SAP UFI development is required here. Okay, I'm just copying and pasting it because this is the demo class. If not, I'll be writing one by one. Okay, so to display as a table column, the annotation is line item. When you click on particular record to display the next page, we are going to use identification. We will be putting above for each field what annotations we have to add it. Okay, so I'll show you in the output and I'll compare this one. I'll explain to you, not an issue. Yeah, I'm activating it. This part is done. Okay, now I'm going to create a behavior definition. Okay, in the behavior definition, okay, what we will put, we'll put whether we want to create a record, delete the record, update the record, everything we will be putting in the behavior definition. How to create the behavior definition? This is my CDS view, right? Right click. Oh, you already given the root entity. This is the parent, and you see you have a here behavior definition. Now here, whether you want to go to greenfield or brownfield. Now I'm going for greenfield development. That is called managed. Click next. Okay, when you use manage, the automatic the creating the record, deleting the record, updating the record will be taken care by the framework itself. There's nothing you need to write the code. Okay, yes, you can see create, update, delete you can do. Okay, any questions? And just uh, activate it. Okay, I'm not going to create any behavior implementations for this demo. So we will create a service definition now. You see, I'm creating a service definition for this CDS view. Right click, new service definition. Okay, I'm giving a name. Okay, then click next and next and finish button. Okay, now see I'm planning to expose to the outside world, to the Fiori of API. I'm going to put it here. So yes, I'm exposing my CDS view. I'm activating it in the service definition. Okay, now I'm going to create a service binding. So go expand the business services. Just now we created a service definition. Right click, new service binding. So now here you see, now as of now, service binding I'm creating. Okay. So here right now I'm using the V2, ODATA V2. Okay. So click next, send a transport request and finish button. Okay. Then you click on activate it. So it is activating, you see. Then publish it. So as a OData developer, RAP OData developer, generally what you will do, you have to go to SAP Gateway Client and develop and check whether they do the testing. But this RAP is providing you a by default is a list report object page Fiori element app integrated automatically. So you can easily test it. Understood? So let's do. Yeah, it is publishing. We just need to wait. Any questions, guys, until now? Anyone have any questions? Anyone have any questions, guys? No questions, okay. Yeah, it is taking so much time. We have to wait. got published. So right click, copy Fiori element app. Okay. Then by default it is integrated to the Fiori element app. So that is the reason you're straightforward able to see the app. So in the older versions, this is not there available. Okay. Okay, now you can see. Okay, let's come back to the Fiori CDS views. This is the CDS views. You see line item has been displaying, you see, SOSID because I have given line item. Customer name is displaying because of this one. So like this, all the fields are there. I have kept it. Okay. Now, if you go to the your behavior definition, automatically you have create, update, delete. Yes, create, delete is there. Update, when you click on create record and get inside, we are able to update it. This has come. Now I'm just clicking on create. Okay, I'm just giving sales order number 1. Customer name is Amazon. Sales org AU10. Amount I'm just giving USD. Okay, so I'm just clicking on create button. Okay, why it is giving a dump? I'll just check. Okay, so here I have given a instance authorizations is there, but I have not implemented it is giving. Okay, so now what we need to do, right? Go to the behavior definition. You just comment this one because in the demo I'm not going to show you how to do this one. Okay, so I'm just commenting it because we are not going to any behavior implementations. Okay, so when you do this one, it is giving that you have to we are not following the guidelines of the wrap, strict guidelines. I'm just commenting that also. Okay, yeah, now refresh this page. Okay, 1 customer name Amazon, sales org AU10 USD. I'm just clicking on create button. Invalid and mapping systems data found. Okay. Let me click cancel, discard, refresh this page. Click on go button. Actually the record has been created. That is the reason it is giving an error. Now let's go and click on create to customer name Flipkart. Sales org is US 10. Amount I'm just giving USD. Okay, click on create. It has created, right? You see, it got created. Now you go back and see, you see 2 records are there. Now you go to this table. Okay, now run as Abap application. So you have the data. So have you written any code for creating, updating, deleting? Everything is taken by the framework itself. There's nothing you need to write the code because I use the managed use case. Now I clicking on particular record and click on edit. Okay, I'm just changing the amount 9. I can save it. Okay, some issue invalid or no mapping. Okay, 1 second. I'll just check on this one. Click on edit. Okay. The dump. Invalid or no mapping systems data found. Okay. So one more thing is here in the behavior definition. Okay. We have 1 second. Okay. I'll check on this one. Maybe this is a mapping issue. Here we have to do mapping. Okay. Here I'll tell mapping for okay table. We have to give our table name. What is the table name? This one. Okay. You have to give this one. That is the reason you are getting the error. Opening the brace, then close the brace. And here what you have to do, map it, right? You have to map your fields. S4D. Okay, this is what you have to do for all the fields. That is the reason we are getting that error. Okay, so why? Because here you see here are the different fields and you are mapping back to the same field. So that's the reason we are getting that error. And also you can see just when you click on save button, see now it got saved. I have used the mapping, right? That's the thing. Okay, so this is very important for the mapping it. Any questions, guys? Any questions? So we are mapping back to my table. Any questions, guys? See, I have one has changed, you see, because I have mapped back to this one, sales org. Mapping back to my table fields. This is what mapping. That is what it is missing. That is the reason we got error. Any questions? You see, US one is there. And you have to put all the fields here. Currency code. Okay, so this is how you have to do mapping. Mapping back to the fields. This is how mapping has to be done. Now there will be no issue. Any questions, guys? So now we are able to create it, update it, and also we can also delete it. Delete it. Okay, now you go to the table. Sorry, where is that? Refresh it. It's gone. Clear? Any questions? Anyone have any?
Yeah, Bobby, can you explain mapping again? What is exactly used for?
Yeah. In the Fiori app, right? Again, I have to go back and put the data into this table, right? See, from the Fiori app, I have to send back to the table fields, right? So these are the fields of the CDS view. But again, I need to send back to the table, no? Those data. That is what
Exactly.
is I'm doing. That is what I'm doing.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. Yeah. Any more questions? No question. Now I'm just right clicking again on service definition. So now you have a service binding of V2 version. Now client says, no, I don't want V2, I want V4. Just right click, new service binding. Of V6 service binding. Now here, sorry, not V4 it is, V6 is not there. Okay, click next. SNA transport, finish that. Now my application, okay, is running on the base ODATA V4 version. Activate it. Publish. So it's taking time, but let's come in the meantime. What we will do, we'll just because we're running out of time already. Okay, so now let's move further. I'll show you when it is published. Okay, so now yes, we have developed a Fiori app. Yes or no? This is the Fiori app. Okay, so what is SAP Fiori? SAP Fiori is not a technology, it is not a platform, it is just a user interface provided by SAP. Okay, so SAP Fiori, it is not a technology, it is not a platform, it is just a guidelines to develop the user interface. Okay, so finally SAP Fiori, it is not a technology, it is not a platform, it is just a guidelines to develop the user interface. Okay, so what are those guidelines? Role based, design for you, your needs and how your work means. So once the role is assigned to your user ID, then only you will be able to access that application. That is called the role based response. So whenever you say SAP Fiori application, it should automatically support to the desktop, it should automatically support to the mobile device, it should automatically support to the tablet device. That is the guidelines of SAP Fiori. Simple, whenever you are developing SAP Fiori applications, you should put very simple fields, very limited, so that the app looks more good, looks good. Focus only on important fields. That is the guidelines of SAP Fiori. Coherent provides one fluid and seamless experience for all. See, for creating the sales order number, sales order VS01, the screen is different. By creating the invoice, the screen is different. By creating the purchase order, the screen is different. By creating all the screens are different, right? But when you are developing the SAP Fiori guidelines for all the application, the template, make sure the template is same. So provides one fluid, seamless experience. So delightful, the application which you're developing should be in such a delightful, so the end user will have emotional connection to work on this. So if you follow all the guidelines of the SAP Fiori, then it is called SAP Fiori application. SAP Fiori is not a technology, it is not a platform, it is just a guidelines to develop the user interface. You develop the your web application in any technology, AngularJS, React, okay, VG or SAP UI5, anything, but you have to follow the guidelines of SAP Fiori, then it is called SAP Fiori application. Is it clear, guys? Any questions? Okay, so now OData V4, right click, copy. Okay, now I am this Fiori application is running based on the OData V4 version now. Have you went to from the scratch development? No, I just on the top of the service definition, I created new service binding. That's all. Click go button. Same data, you got it. Clear? Next. So now let's come to the S4 HANA extensions. So right now it is very latest, which is the future of the futuristic of the public cloud and private cloud developments, where you will not going to create any, okay, baddies, SC18, SC19 will not be there. Everything we will be doing in the custom builds and custom business logic. Okay, and you will not do any extensions like using extensions of standard. You will use this UI adaptation mode and key user tools. You can easily extend the Fiori apps. Okay, and you cannot required, okay, to develop the KPIs. You can use KPIs app and you can develop it. You can also custom analytical Fiori apps. You can develop the forms. Okay, and you can also develop, instead of going to develop the CDS views in the Eclipse, you can use custom CDS views Fiori app and you can develop the custom CDS views. So this new thing is called the S4 HANA extensions. Any questions, guys? Yeah. Any questions, guys? Okay. So what is called side-by-side extensions? Yes, as I said, you develop the OData service in your on-premise system, and you are exposing this OData service in the SAP BTP. Okay, and consuming that OData service and developing the application, custom UI application, and deploying into the BTP. Okay, here the OData service you are developing in your on-premises system, you are developing your front-end application in the BTP. So this is called a side, okay, side by extension. Means you are developing one side of UI in the BTP and another side you are developing OData service in the backend. So this is called the side by side extensions. So this all we will be developing it in our training. Okay. Yeah. So now let us come back and discuss about the topics, so list of the topics which I'll be covering in this training. Okay, I'm just stop sharing just a second. I'm sharing back. Okay, so I hope you guys are able to see my screen, and let me bring the topics which I'll be covering. Yes, SAP evolutions, evolution of ABAP programming, introduction to RAP, then move to ABAP CDS views, syntaxes, table functions, basic expressions, built-in functions, differences between associations, joins, input parameters, okay, cardinalities, okay, then what is virtual data model, basic view, composite view, consumption views, then we'll move to develop the, then we'll be moving and developing the Fiori, what I can say, developing the overview page, analytical list page, list report object page using ABAP CSUs with annotations in the bash in BTP. Okay, then we will be developing the KPIs. We'll be extending the standard Fiori apps. We'll be doing the SAP Fiori like catalogs, tiles, groups, themes, debugging the Fiori apps. Okay, security. Okay, how to create roles. Everything we'll be covering. Then afterwards, we will be moving to the S4 HANA in-app and side-by-side extensions. So where we'll discuss about the Fiori app extensibilities, user extensibility, custom fields extensibility, custom business objects. We're using the this SAP S4HANA in-app and side-by-side extension. We'll be extending the standard Fiori apps. Okay, everything will be covering. Okay, then we will be moving to the wrap on BTP as well as on premises. Okay, in the wrap we'll be covering the see onboarding trial account in BTP, installing ADT, managed unmanaged, development artifacts involved in wrap, creating the database, service definition, service bindings, developing core data services, adding required UI annotations, authorizations. Okay, then transactional behavior, EML, what is EML, how to implement crude operations, E-tag, log master. Okay, what is implementing feature controls, dynamically enabling the draft handlings, service definition, service bindings, custom entities, data modeling, creating custom entities, and acquiring the implementation class, how to implement filtering, unmanaged use case. Okay, how to implement BAPIs in RAP methodology, how to hide type hiding types dynamically in the using wrap methodology, how to do multi-select, how to consume external API in the wrap methodology using side-by-side extensions, how to upload the attachments. This all will be covering. Then afterwards, we'll be using SAP Build Work Zone service. We'll be using SAP Cloud Transport Management to transport from one in BTP. How we'll be moving from one object to another object. We'll be doing the CIDD service. This all the topics will be covering in my training. Yeah. Any questions, guys? Any questions? Okay, so I'm starting new batch from February 19th onwards. I'm starting new batch. Okay, yeah. Any questions, guys?
Hello, sir.
Yeah,
Can we
please,
get the
please.
recording of this
Yeah,
demo class?
yeah. I'll send the
Oh,
recording video.
thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah. Any more questions? So I'm starting new batch on February 19th. Yeah. Any questions, guys?
And what are the prerequisite for this class? Like,
Yeah, so I'll tell you what. So I'll tell you first, let me talk about the how the training goes and I'll talk about prerequisite. So every day, once a class is over, I'll be uploading the recording video. You will be having view access for 1 year. What are the programs, PPTs, study materials, interview question answers, resume template, everything you can download it. So every day, once the class is over, I'll be uploading the programs related to that day and as well as the PPTs. Anything is there, I'll be uploading. Along with that, I'll be uploading the recording video. Recording video will be there view access for one year. And every Friday, I'll be giving exercises based on the topic which I covered on that week. Whatever the programs which I'm giving in the training, all are real-time projects which I have developed in my experience. Those only I put in this training. Okay, so now coming back to the prerequisite. Yes, the prerequisite for this training is ABAP. Minimum basic ABAP is enough. But those who have taken this training, I'm providing free ABAP and Oops ABAP recording videos. Those who have taken this training. The okay, yeah. Now please, any questions, guys?
Do we need to know about the Oops Abap as well?
That much is required, but anyway, I'm providing the Oops Abap recording videos also. Okay, but not
Okay.
that much
Mhm.
required.
Okay. Yeah. Thank
Just
you.
an idea is enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Any more questions, guys? Okay. If you don't have any more questions, then that's all, guys. Thanks for joining the demo. Bye.